agencies to suspend your social security number on an immediate basis, as we have received suspicious trails of information in your name. The moment you receive this message, I need you to get back to me on my department division toll-free number, that is 1-888-952-5554. I repeat, 1-888-952-5554. Verify the last 4 digits of your social security number when you call to better assist you with this issue. Now, if I don't hear a call from you, we will have to issue an arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested. So get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
That is a current ongoing threat. So far, over 35,000 seniors have been scammed by this threat. They also spoof the actual Social Security Administration's phone number. So if you have caller ID, guess what? It shows up as a legitimate phone call. The difference is that the Social Security Administration, when they contact you, will never threaten you. These people do. Soon we're going to go into tax time. Guess what? Now the IRS will start making the same kind of calls. Again, if the IRS contacts you, it won't be a threat. As soon as you get one of these calls, end it as quickly as possible, and you end it very simply. Hang up your phone. That's the end of the scam. Between ransomware, data breaches, cryptojacking, supply chain attacks, and mobile malware, it's never been more important to protect your digital life. And your digital life are all of those things that you share on the internet, whether it's knowingly or unwillingly. Global cybercrime is generating revenues of $1.5 trillion a year, which is an awful lot of money. Actually, it's almost enough money to build the wall. Cyber attacks take a huge toll on small business, and that threat is growing. PDF files, which most of us use, are also the most attacked file type. Software update supply chain attacks, which implement malware into an otherwise legitimate software package, are growing in both size and impact. This type of an attack is usually done by an insider, probably somebody who got themselves fired, and as a going away present, they've implanted the malware, and you and I are the ones that suffer with it. These are the 10 largest breaches from last year. They are by no means the only breaches that have occurred last year. CryptoLocker, the one type of infection you never want to see on your system. This can hit you on your computer. It can also hit you on your smart devices. When this hits, it encrypts all the files on your system. And if you're not prepared, be prepared to shell out a lot of money in the hopes of getting a key that will help you unlock your system. In September of 2018, the Port of San Diego was hit with CryptoLocker. They weren't prepared for it, and they shelled out thousands of dollars in order to get access and get a key that would actually work. The only sure advice is to, on a regular basis, create a backup. And no, this is not the type of backup I'm talking about. In my house, every Saturday night, after I finish for the day, I disconnect from the internet, then I plug in my external hard drive, and during the night, an image backup is created. An image backup is an exact copy of my hard drive. Sunday morning, after the image has been created, I disconnect that external hard drive, and then I'm back online, ready to do whatever I want to do on the internet. Never ever leave your external device attached to your computer while you are on the internet. Because if you get hit with CryptoLocker, it not only affects your computer, it will also encrypt your external hard drive. And the last thing you want is to encrypt your backup. Router is the front door to your system. When you get a new one, make sure that you change the default admin password. That password is readily available on the internet. And if you don't change it, somebody could be sitting in front of your house and gain access to your system. Keep your devices up to date with the latest firmware updates. Disable remote management in your router settings page. And if you aren't sure whether your current router is secure, reset it to the manufacturer's default settings, and then follow these instructions, starting with tip number 1. Let's take a look at one of the features in Avast Antivirus. And this is available even in the free version of Avast. One of the things it offers is to make sure that your home network is secure. We do that by going to the menu, then to the settings. And under settings, we want to select components. Scroll down until you see the Wi-Fi inspector. Click on this down arrow, and this gives you a greater understanding of what the Wi-Fi inspector does. As it says, everything attached to your router is part of your home network. Making sure that it is secure is the first step in making sure that your network is safe and secure. Now let's run the Wi-Fi inspector and actually test the network. Go into protection, click on Wi-Fi inspector. It gives you 2 choices. If you're at home, you will choose the home scan, which checks your home network. That's supposed to be safe. This is the place where you can do your banking and your shopping in relative safety. It can also use this to check on a public or open network to see just what vulnerabilities exist on that network. For right now, let's check on the home network. And as I said before, this will test everything that is connected to my home network. Yes, there are quite a few items there. It'll take a while for this to finish, but once it's done, it'll let me know if there are any vulnerabilities, and if it finds any, it should also tell me how to fix those vulnerabilities. It's always nice when it comes back to tell you your home network is safe and secure. As I said, if there had been something, it would actually let me know what it's found, and it will tell me how to fix what it has found. Just one more feature within Avast that makes sure you are safe. Stay safe, be free. I hope this helps. Proper security requires a firewall and antivirus and a malware protection. And no, putting asbestos around your computer is not the same as installing a firewall. Cookies are text files that contain a variety of information about your browser, web activity, or computer. They're text files. They can't infect you with a virus. As a general rule, cookies are there to make using the internet as smooth as possible. The advice: every once in a while, clean out those cookies and let them start building all over again, and you should never allow third-party tracking cookies. Criminals are now replacing chips on new debit and credit cards. The new cards are intercepted in the mail, the chips get switched out, and bank accounts are drained before anyone realizes that there's actually a problem. If you're waiting for a new debit or credit card and it gets to you quite late, don't use it until you first check with your bank. It is quite possible someone else is already using your credit card. You just don't know about it. Something fairly new from Avast: this is their secure browser, specifically designed to keep you safe whenever you do your banking and your shopping. Which browser do you use? One that lets you advertisers track you? One that isn't secure? The standard one. Introducing the Avast Secure Browser. For full control over your privacy, it's packed with built-in security and privacy features. Say goodbye to tracking cookies and storing your browsing history. Tired of being followed online? Shake pursuers with anti-tracking. Don't want websites to know who you are? No one does. Get your privacy back with anti-fingerprinting. Worried your online payments aren't secure? Get your confidence back with bank mode. Think all this slows you down? Nope. Browse up to 4 times faster by blocking ads and cryptocurrency mining. Ready for a change? Switch to Avast Secure Browser today. This is built on Chromium just as the Chrome browser, so changing over to it is very, very simple. This is my default browser.
Always go invisible on open Wi-Fi. You go to a cool coffee shop. You gotta Instagram your drink, so you connect to the free open Wi-Fi. Not a problem, right? Wrong. Everything you do online is now visible to hackers. Checking out your bank balance? They could be too. Doing some online shopping on your credit card? So could they. Don't take risks with your online security. Always remember to use a virtual private network. A VPN makes you invisible online by encrypting all your data, so your financial details and personal information stay completely private, and the only followers you'll get are the ones you wanted in the first place.
A VPN encrypts everything before it leaves your computer, and it doesn't get unencrypted until just before it gets to its destination. So if someone intercepts that information, it's fully encrypted. They don't have a key, you stay safe, and they get total utter garbage. The VPN I use comes from Avast. It's called SecureLine, but this is not a free product. It is free for me because it's Avast's fault that I spend so much time away from home. Anyone else who wants to use this product has to pay for it. Happens to be an excellent product. Besides just encrypting everything, it can also hide your location. So people will think you're in one place when you're actually somewhere else. If you're looking for something free, this can be as easy as installing the Opera browser. Once installed, go into your settings, then go down to privacy and security. Look for the VPN. Check off that box because it's unchecked by default. Once you check that box, the logo in the address bar will turn from red to blue. Blue means that everything you do within this browser is now fully encrypted. And if someone intercepts it, they don't have a key. They have no way of unlocking that information. One word of caution, Opera is now owned by a Chinese consortium. I can tell you that there have been no bad reports up till now about the Opera browser, but you do have to know who owns it. Data collection. Lots of this happens when you visit sites like Google, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, and many other places. Going to one of these links, you can find out exactly how much of your information has already been collected. From here, you can also limit what is being collected. You can actually delete everything that they have collected. One of the problems is that going to here and eliminating the information only eliminates it at that site. Anything you make available on the internet is also copied by many other people. Just ask ex-Congressman Weiner. Our grandkids don't pull any punches. No, your computer didn't get a virus because you sneezed on it. Let's go over clicking on email attachments again, shall we? Some tips to protect you against email hacks. Use a password manager and two-factor authentication wherever possible. Two-factor means that besides your username and password, they have to send you a numeric code on your smart device, and until you enter that numeric code, no access to the device. It is quite possible that some crook will steal your sign-in information. It is, however, unlikely that that same crook will also have stolen your smart device. And if they don't have your smart device, they will never gain access. If you're signing up for new email service, check and make sure that they offer two-factor support. Don't click on links in emails or texts. Use a VPN on your computer and your phone. Don't use public Wi-Fi unless you have no choice. And if you do, protect yourself with a VPN. Get a strong antivirus. Secure your router and your Wi-Fi. Keep your computer and smartphone operating systems up to date. All of your computer and smartphone apps and programs as up to date as possible, and consider putting a freeze on your credit.
Avast Quick Tips Episode 3. Never unintentionally live a double life.
You check your email. That's a compelling subject line. Open it. There's a suspicious looking link in there, but it sure looks exciting. It just needs some personal details. Name, address, first pet's name. You're a winner, right? Psych, it was a phishing link and you took the bait. Some woman in Norway just stole your identity and your savings. Congratulations, you're now living a double life as a Norwegian woman named Asbjorn. Pushly! Don't take risks with your online security. Channel your inner English teacher. Hackers often use poor grammar in phishing emails. Make sure every link is HTTPS and the URL isn't weird or misspelled. Or let a powerful anti-spam do it for you. Anti-spam can flag or delete any dangerous and annoying phishing emails. So the only life you get to live is your own. Avast Quick Tip number 3. Download Avast Free Antivirus to stay safe from phishing scams. Get free phishing protection with Avast Free Antivirus at avast.com.
Phishing sites have greatly evolved over the years to become convincing counterfeits. Some even use HTTPS, giving the user a false sense of security. Just as they can scam a phone number, they can also scam or spam a web address. You think you're on a secure site, and you really aren't. Phishing is a long-standing social engineering technique used by cybercriminals to trick people into giving up sensitive information, such as your credit card details and your login credentials. It can come in many forms, including telephone phishing, phishing emails, and phishing websites. Looking at these two sites, it is impossible to tell which one is the genuine article and which one is the counterfeit. Avast uses advanced anti-phishing technology. With machine learning and image recognition, bad sites are identified faster and users are alerted sooner. So no more landing on malicious sites that often attempt to steal your credentials. Protecting your credit starts by freezing your credit. Freezing your credit is now also free. Freezing your credit also doesn't change what you already have established. So your credit cards, your loans, your mortgages, all of that stays exactly as it currently exists. Freezing your credit prevents the establishment of new credit. And if someone steals your identity, that's the first thing they'll attempt to do, make loans, mortgages, and all other things in your name. When you place a freeze on your credit, it has to be done with all of the major credit reporting companies. When you place that freeze, they will assign a PIN number to you. Remember and write down that PIN number. With the PIN number, unfreezing your credit is very simple. Without it, they'll assume it's a crook trying to get to your information. If you do have to make a new loan after you've placed the freeze on it, find out where that bank is going to check your credit. Unfreeze your credit at that credit bureau. Once the loan is approved, put the freeze right back. That's how you stay safe. One of the programs installed on my laptops and my smart devices is called Pray. Pray, once installed, helps you recover a lost or stolen laptop or smart device. It's available for Mac, Windows, Linux, and all of your smart devices. The secret to this program is very simple. You need to install it while you still have possession of that laptop or smart device. Once it's lost or stolen, it's at that point too late. An excellent tool to help you get your internet access back. Once you eliminate the fact that the problem is not with your internet service provider, install this program, check the top 5 boxes, hit the go button, let it do its magic, restart your system. I personally have never ever not had my internet access back after using this program. Updates are usually there for security reasons. Someone discovered a flaw, and the sooner you update, the sooner you're again safe. Updates need to be done for your computer, router, drivers, operating systems, your programs, and your apps. Don't wait, update as soon as you can to again be safe. Layered protection, using more than one program to help keep you safe. The first of these is called Trk1-Seg3. It works in the background. In essence, Trk1-Seg3 is like doing a custom install, even though you're doing the default install. It will warn you of any garbage that perfectly good program is trying to install. Quite often, a good program comes along with some bad stuff just to make some extra money. If Trk1-Seg3 is installed, it will warn you about those add-ons and give you the option to stop them from being installed. McShield helps protect you against boot sector infections when you insert a flash drive, memory card from a camera, or an external hard drive. Your antivirus program by default only checks programs that you open on that external device. So you use this program to check for boot sector, and then your antivirus automatically kicks in and protects you against anything else that may be dangerous on that external device. CCleaner was originally called Crap Cleaner. That's its job. Clean up all the garbage we accumulate when we visit the internet or run any of the programs on our systems. My advice is use it for what it was originally intended to do, and that's to clean up garbage. The default settings are perfectly safe, but this also has lots of utilities built into it. One of them is a registry cleaner. Unless you're an expert at cleaning the registry, please don't make changes in there. One wrong move in the registry and your system will not reboot. So use this with its default settings and let it do its job, clean up garbage. Malwarebytes Anti-Malware, an excellent companion regardless of whose antivirus program you happen to be using. This works together with your antivirus program. You can only run one resident antivirus program at a time, but you can run Malwarebytes and your antivirus. They work together. This is the antivirus program I've used since 2003, the free version of Avast. It is light on system resources, has done an excellent job of protecting my systems. Back in 2003, I was using Norton. Actually, Norton used my computer and on occasion gave me access. That's when I did some research and I stumbled on Avast. I can honestly say that Avast has made a vast difference on my computers, and it can do the same for you.
The internet never sleeps. Morning, noon, and night, millions of people are working, playing, and connecting online. While the internet grows, serious cyber threats are growing along with it. Avast makes the world's most popular internet security software. And we've built the largest global cybersecurity network to keep you protected, no matter the place, whatever the time of day. We analyze data from our 400 million users and use next-generation detection algorithms based on artificial intelligence and machine learning to detect and block threats in real time, anticipating and stopping attacks before they do damage. Every month, Avast prevents over 1 billion malware attacks around the world, all without ever slowing you down. Whatever you do, wherever you connect, morning, noon, or night, Avast keeps you protected online.
Avast has over 430 million users worldwide. It is by far the most used antivirus program worldwide. This is available for Windows and Mac. Passwords. You should be using a different password for everything that requires a password. If you use the same password and it gets hacked, then that hacker potentially can have access to all the sites where you use that password. These are the 10 most used passwords worldwide. There isn't a single safe one on here, even though one of them says password. It also isn't safe to write down your passwords on a sticky note and attach it to your refrigerator. Especially nowadays when we have smart refrigerators. You have no way of knowing where that password will wind up. What you should be doing is using a password manager. And if you use Avast, you already have one. It's a part of the product. To activate it, all you need to do is to make up a strong password to get into the password manager. Write down that password, remember that password, because you're the only one that knows what that password is. It isn't stored anywhere. Avast can't give you a hint, and Avast can't send it to you if you forget it. A password manager can generate strong passwords. It can import your passwords from your browser and other places. It is available for Windows, for Mac, for Android and iOS devices, and you can sync your password across all those devices. When you go to a new site, it can automatically capture the new information that you filled in, and from then on can do that for you automatically. Just remember that password that you need to get into your password manager, because if you forget it, you get to start all over again. For those of you that have an Android device, Avast offers free mobile security. This includes antivirus protection. I've used it since it was first released and have always been very happy with it. And if you decided to install it on your Android device, this is what you can expect.
Please listen carefully.
How to protect your phone and tablet. With so much valuable data inside, our phones are magnets for all kinds of hostile software. Each day, Avast detects 12,000 mobile malware samples. And you are vulnerable when you least suspect it, like when you're playing games. So if you don't want to be spied on and want to keep your data safe, try Avast Mobile Security for free. We already have 2 million malware samples locked up in our mobile database. That's because we run a powerful virus scan to stop hackers in their tracks. An antivirus engine automatically looks for infected apps, Trojans, and memory card content. It even tests new apps to make sure they're safe before you use them. And Wi-Fi security always keeps your connection safe no matter where you connect. Letting you know if the network you're connected to is unsecure, weakly encrypted, or otherwise unsafe. You can even lock your apps to keep your app content safe from children, thieves, and cheeky friends. Filter incoming calls and texts, block specific numbers from calling or messaging you, and avoid any awkwardness. It's easy to use complete protection for your phone and your tablet. The cost? What cost? It's totally free. Download Avast free mobile security directly from Google Play. I couldn't have said it better myself. For those of you that have an iPhone, there is no such thing as third-party antivirus protection for iOS devices. If you have an infection or any other problems, you get a patch from Apple, and that's how you stay safe. What Avast does offer for iOS devices is a product to ensure your online privacy and to protect your personal information from hackers and spies. This requires iOS 10 or higher. The top part shows you just what's included in the free version. And if you want to make Avast happy and spend some money, the bottom part shows you how you can enhance it with some paid options. The Internet of Things, all those lovely new devices. The front door camera, the thermostat on the wall. My friends from Amazon who I talk to and set alarms and timers and ask all kinds of questions. Also have one from Google. All you have to do is say its name and ask the proper question, and it can answer almost anything for you. But all of these devices are only smart because they use your internet. That also makes them dangerous. Make sure that you secure your home network, create a password-protected guest network, and let all those IoT devices connect through that network. Manage your IoT devices, use a VPN, protect your computers and mobile devices, and monitor threats on a network basis. This is something brand new from Avast, has just been released. I've been beta testing this for the last 3 months. Avast Omni is a combination of hardware and software. This is not a free product, but it's an excellent product that protects anything and everything that connects. Avast Omni is a new type of security that protects you everywhere you connect. From a security standpoint, we need to realize that if it's smart, it's vulnerable. Our devices have evolved faster than our ability to protect them, which means every connected device can be hacked to create chaos in our home. Avast Omni combines human genius and artificial intelligence to keep the world safe. Security has changed, and so has the way we live our lives. Avast Omni offers 3 dimensions of powerful security for your entire connected world. The Internet of Safer Things. Avast Omni protects your entire home network, automatically securing all the devices you connect to that network. Know who and what is on your network. Use the Avast Omni app to see what devices are connected to your network and who's using them. Get alerts if something isn't right. Omni is always on the lookout for unusual behavior on your network. If it detects something, you'll be the first to know. Quickly block intruders. Don't recognize a device? Shut down the connection to your home network immediately. Protection that goes where you go. The Avast Omni app offers our most powerful on-device security for your computers, mobiles, protecting you even after you walk out the front door. You can't control what's on the internet, but you can control how your children use it. Protect your children both online and off with Avast Omni. It's as easy as install and connect. Set up powerful, world-leading protection from your living room. Keep your current router. One easy-to-use app won't slow down your Wi-Fi and protects any smart device. Powerful security everywhere you connect. Protect your connected world with Avast Omni. Available in the U.S. this summer. As I said, it is currently available in the U.S. A benefit of modern technology. At least now, when mom and dad fight, it is quieter in the house. Technology has stopped him from thinking for himself. He's using his GPS to guide him to the bathroom. And if the GPS malfunctions, I guess he'll be watering the flowers instead. Life before computers. Memory was something you lost with age. An application was for employment. A program was a TV show. A cursor used profanity. A keyboard was a piano. A web was a spider's home. A virus was the flu. A CD was a bank account. A hard drive was a long trip on the road. A mouse pad was where the mouse lived. And if you had a 3.5-inch floppy, you hoped like heck nobody found out about it. I started doing these presentations back in 2010. I don't work for Avast. The arrangement I have with Avast is very simple. The second I leave home until I get back, they pay for every dime of my expenses. So today they get a bargain. I'm sitting at my kitchen table. There aren't any expenses. If you know of any other clubs, organizations, churches, synagogues, any group of computer users who would benefit from a presentation, have them contact me and I'd be happy to arrange a program for them. There is never a charge to the club or its members for my services. That's where Avast comes in. I'm also a snowbird. I generally spend January in Florida, February in Arizona, and March in California. By the way, if you're a club in any of those 3 states and haven't yet booked your reservation, I suggest you do it quickly. If you learned something from the presentation, please let Lena at Avast know about it. That is how these presentations continue. Copy the link at the bottom or take a picture of it. From here, you'll be able to get almost all the things that we talked about today. Oh, that's nice. We should have had an APCUG end of. And I guess I started my regular presentation instead of the one for APCUG. David, if you're there, I would now be more than happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
Okay, I am unmuted. So far, we don't have any questions. Just compliments. Everybody's saying you did a great job and thank you. And
a hoarse throat didn't help any.
Well, knock on wood, we made it through your whole presentation without a problem. It's been one of those days, and I think Zoom's got some issues. They want to know how much Omni cost.
The last word I had on it was $149.99. That includes the Omni Hub, which is the hardware portion that hooks into your router. And anything and everything that connects needs to go through that device, and that's how they're able to keep anything and everything connected safe.
Okay, I'm going to add one little caveat to that. Omni at the moment does not work with all routers.
That's correct.
It doesn't work with mine, and I've been yelling at it for I don't know how long.
The one good thing is, if it doesn't work with your router, you do get 3 months worth of their top-notch security.
Yeah,
the one you usually have to pay for.
Yeah, no, I've been paying for it, and I like it. But as I said, my router is working, is up to date, so I'm not really in the mood to change a router.
No, and you shouldn't have to change your router. Mine wasn't at the beginning either, but it became available during the beta testing process.
Yeah, I'm hoping I got to go back and check it before we go down south.
Okay.
Does it work with... Okay, it's got to work with the home router. It doesn't work with a mobile cell device, does it?
No.
Okay. So is it going to work with these Google 5L things that are coming out? Do you know?
If they're using the, if it's a regular router, then yes. If it's not, then quite possibly not, because this actually plugs into your router.
Yeah. Well, this is the 5G for the phone, but I believe that it's digital. So I think it may be using data, but it works the regular router in your home.
The best thing to do is to go to the Avast site for Omni, and from there you'll be able to get the details of exactly what routers work, which type of router does not. And then the first part of an installation is to check whether or not your router is compatible. If it is, you'll wind up with a device, and then you have to start paying for it. If it is not, you get 3 months free of their best antivirus paid product.
Okay.
So either way, you wind up a winner.
Okay. Someone wants to know about, is there such thing as a safe router brand, or any comments on that?
No, just get a new one. The older it is, the less likely it is to support all of the garbage that's out there attacking your router.
Okay. So if you stick with the name brand and the new router, you should be good shape.
That's correct.
Okay. And the other one, is it possible to use both bank mode and a VPN?
Yes, it is. But you have to make sure that your bank is aware of the location where that router puts you. Otherwise, your bank is going to balk.
Yeah, because my email system balks when I use my VPN.
You have to identify yourself because it thinks that somebody else is using your computer.
I don't even think it knows when I'm using it. So it's not even working on Outlook anymore. It's really